And with me this morning is Lee Richardson on our Newsmaker line. She's a professional counselor, and we say good morning to you, Lee. How are you this morning?
I am good, thank you. How are you?
I am very well. I want to talk to you about a subject which seems to be on the forefront of parents with regard to lunch shaming. Exactly what is the definition of lunch shaming?
Well, lunch shaming is a direct consequence of meal debt. And what we have to realize is that hunger and debt, it's a national problem that we have in the United States. Kids go to school every day, and they don't have the money to pay for their lunches. And there's a lot of things in place that you can paperwork, you can go out for free lunches, but not all parents know that. Not all parents want to admit, and they keep thinking things will get better. I'll do better. But it's lunch shaming, it's really a business problem. It's meal debt. And we started looking at this, Congress did, back in 2010 when they passed the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act, and it required us to look at that unpaid school meal debt. So then all school districts were supposed to create a written policy, but there were no guidelines given, and that's very difficult to do. I was shocked to see a statistic that at the end of 2016, 2017, 75% of school districts reported having some amount of meal debt.
Now, I understand a school district in New Jersey recently, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, indicated that students who have more than, I think it was $75 in lunch debt, that they would be banned from extracurricular activities at school. And even though that they would be able to be served lunch, they couldn't participate in school activities. Isn't this another aspect, a form of lunch shaming by, instead of saying, well, you can't have lunch, you can't participate in school activities?
Well, I think it's bullying, because how shameful is that to not to be able to attend, and that stigmatizes. And what does that do to a kid's self-esteem? And it makes it, they're socially excluded. That makes them probably socially isolate. That leads to depression. That was an act that I will never understand. And what I don't understand further is a local businessman offered to pay the debt and solve the problem, and it wasn't accepted.
Well, is there a solution to this? I mean, families who are unable to afford the lunch program at a school, and then basically the cost of that is shouldered by other students' parents?
Well, I think there is a solution. I think some states are addressing it on state level. New Mexico has. California has followed suit. Just in June, Minnesota came out with some No Shame at School Act in Congress. And what it would do would set a standard for what schools can and can't do to a student who carries lunch debt. And I think the solution is the communication needs to be with the parents, not with the student. That, to me, if we could just start there. Talk to the parents. Don't talk to the student. The student doesn't know how to handle a situation.
They're right in the middle of it, aren't they?
They are.
All right. Well, listen, thanks so much for being with us this morning, Lee. We appreciate your professional advice as a counselor and bringing us up to date on this trending kind of an issue. Not a good one either. School lunch shaming. Have a good week ahead, Lee.
Thank you. You as well.